Hello and welcome to On the Mat with Lydia, that's me. Whatever has brought you to your yoga practice today, you are very welcome here. Today's class is yoga for lower body strength. So just as it sounds, today we are doing yoga postures specifically designed to help strengthen the lower body. So as always, when we do these more physical practices, take everything at your own pace, go with your own flow, and remember, it's not about the pose, it's about what happens along the way. So whenever you're ready to get into this practice, let's get on the mat. Let's get started today lying on our backs. So when you're ready, come on down to your mat. And we'll set ourselves up with the knees bent, feet planted, about hips-width distance apart. Arms can rest down by your sides, shoulder blades just nuzzling down into the mat. If it feels okay for you, maybe your eyes are closed here. Otherwise, eyes are open, nice soft gaze above you. Taking just a moment to settle your body into stillness, to find the natural flow of your breath. And we're going to follow this rhythm of this in and out as we move throughout this quick little practice today. So take a moment to really connect, follow that inhale as it comes in through your nose, and watch that exhale as you release the breath out through your nose. Then really rooting down into the soles of your feet, pressing down through your upper arms. Let's ride that inhale to rise your hips any amount away from the floor. Coming into your bridge pose as you push down through the feet, through the shoulders. Take another breath in. And as you breathe out, slowly release your hips down. Let's move with the breath as you inhale to rise your hips. Feel a gentle squeeze at your lower glutes. And exhale to lower down with control. Again, inhaling to rise. And exhaling to lower. Find your flow. Inhale as you lift. And exhale to lower. One more time just like that, inhaling to rise, exhaling to drop your hips gently down onto your mat. As you land, please step your feet nice and wide, right foot to the right, left foot to the left. And let's take a little windshield wiper action through the legs, dropping your knees to one side of your mat and then the other. So not only are we really looking to strengthen the lower body here today, but also find a little bit of space, working on mobility here. So this mix of strength and stretch. As you move here, bring your awareness, bring your breath down into your hips, your glutes, your legs, even down into your feet. And let's take that awareness with us as we really get into this practice here. So bringing your knees back to stillness. Let's draw the legs in towards the chest now. Give them a nice little squeeze here. Then finding your hands at the backs of your thighs. Gently lift your head and shoulders away from the floor and curl your belly button back towards your spine. With control, let's take a little rock and roll movement here. Rocking back to the shoulders and up to the sits bones. Doing that as many times as you'd like can be a little bit fun. Eventually coming all the way up to plant your feet, lift your booty, and arrive in a squat. Nice, hands can help to push you up if that feels good for today. Turning toes out, opening the hips, and lifting your chest. Take a moment if it feels good to kind of rock side to side. Feel your feet on the earth. Feel your hips dropping down, spine lengthening up. And let's take another inhale here in our squat. With your exhale, fingertips come down, hips lift up. Start to turn your toes to point straight forward as you fold over your legs. Let the knees stay a little bit bent here, especially as we're just warming up. Getting this stretch through the back line of the legs here. Let's stay for another breath in and breath out. Bending your knees, travel your hands to your hips, and with your next inhale, slowly rise all the way to standing. Take your time as you find your mountain pose. Beautiful, rooting down through the soles of your feet, arms come down by your sides. With a breath in, arms sweep to the sky. As you breathe out, sit your hips back and down into your chair pose. Oh yeah. So feeling this hinging of the hips to send your booty back, but keeping your chest lifted. So we're not collapsing down into this, but we're keeping everything nice and tall and proud here. Now let's take another inhale, arms lifted, hips low. As you exhale, push to standing, let your arms swim down by your sides. Let's flow with it. Inhale, arms up, hips back. Exhale, push to stand, arms come down. Inhale, sit down into your chair, navel is drawing in. Exhale, push up, feel that resistance as you rise. 2 more like that. Inhale, sit to your chair. And exhale, push up. Again, inhale to your chair, you got this. Exhale, push up to stand. Now from here, let's inhale, sit back into that chair. With your exhale, shift all your weight into your right leg, pop your left heel. Now for this, your hands can come down to your hips if you'd like. We're gonna travel that left leg back behind us. So keeping weight in that right leg, right hip. Start to step your left foot back behind you, landing your toes until you're in a lunge. Beautiful, hips and shoulders are squared off. Arms can reach back up to the sky. Your inhale is right here, reaching tall. As you exhale, bend your back knee, bend your elbows lower down to hover over your mat. Then inhale, push up, let the legs lengthen. As you exhale, bend the knees, cactus the arms. 3 more, inhale, reach it up. Exhale, get low. Take your time with it. Inhale to rise. Exhale, lower. Really pushing through those feet as you inhale to lift up. Exhale to lower. Hold it here. Both knees bent, navel hugging in. Let's pulse it down for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, rise up, reach for the sky, lengthen the legs. As you exhale, fold forward, find your pyramid pose. Grounding your back heel as you bow over your right thigh. Let's take a breath in right here and let it out. 1 more inhale to lengthen through the legs, through your spine. Then as you exhale, bend into your right knee. Wiggle that left foot back until you can drop the left knee down. And let's find our low lunge shape now. So rooting down through the feet, back toes tucked or untucked, that's up to you. Hug your hips together, and with your inhale, slowly rise your arms, lifting tall into your low lunge. Let's take a full breath in here. As you breathe out, hands come to your heart. Take a twist, left elbow to right thigh. So turning your heart open, right shoulder moves back as your left side ribs roll under and through. Beautiful. Let's hold it here for a few more breaths. Anchoring your feet down, hugging your hips in. Give yourself that stability through the lower body. Let's take another full breath in. As you breathe out, slowly unwind, bring your hands down to the mat. Tucking your back toes, lift your back knee, and let's go ahead and step it forward into a fold at the top of your mat. Hands come to your hips as you inhale and rise to stand. Take your time. exhaling to land in that mountain pose. Beautiful. We're going to come back to that chair flow we did before. So once again, you're at the top of your mat, rooting down, lifting up. As you inhale, arms come up as your hips sit back. With your exhale, push through your feet and rise to stand. Can you feel that little squeeze in the booty? Inhale, lower down. And exhale, press up. 3 more, you know what to do. Inhale to your chair. Exhale, press up. Keep breathing here as you inhale, chair. Exhale, lift. 1 more just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Now as you inhale, come back into your chair. With your exhale, shift your weight to that left leg. Let's pop the right heel. Nice. Whatever arms are going to keep you steady here as we step that right leg back behind. Landing your right toes, find your lunge with that back knee lifted. Nice. Arms can rise if that feels good for you. Taking an inhale here, feeling yourself steady. With your exhale, bend your back knee, cactus the arms. You got it. We're going to flow as you inhale, reach up, find length. Exhale, lower down. 3 more. Inhale, reach up. Little squeeze of that back glute. Exhale, lower down. You got it. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Last one as you inhale, reach up, up, up. Exhale, lower down. Find that hover through the back knee. And let's pulse it down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift up, find length. Exhale, hinge from your hips and fold over that front leg. You got it. Ground your right heel for a little extra support. Finding the fingertips maybe on your mat, maybe on a couple blocks here. Let your breath steady as you bow over that left thigh for another inhale and exhale. Now inhaling here in your pyramid pose. With your exhale, rebend your left knee, wiggle that right foot back until you can drop your right knee all the way to the mat. Beautiful. Find your low lunge. So hips and shoulders are still square. We're hugging everything together to help lift us up with an inhale, reaching to your low lunge. Keep all your foundations here, hugging in even through the navel. And let's take another breath in. With your breath out, take your twist, hands to heart, as you turn that right shoulder towards your left knee. Now, as you hug your hips together, can you think about lengthening that left hip back? Beautiful. And then find a little bit of lift through the chest as we stay for another full breath in. Stay here for the breath out. You got it. 1 more inhale here. As you exhale, slowly unwind, come back through center. This time, tucking your back toes, lift your back knee, and let's step it all the way back into our downward facing dog. Might feel nice to pedal out the heels here, get a little stretch through the back of the legs. All the while rooting down through your fingertips, pressing your hips high to the sky. Now when you're ready, let's root down through the balls of the feet. Let your heels lift away from the mat. Let your knees bend quite a lot. Shift both heels over to the right edge of your mat. Let your right hip drop. Feel a little stretch through your left side waist as you do that. If you want to get a little bit more dramatic with it, you can bring all your weight to your right hand and reach your left arm over your left ear. Almost like a kind of wonky side plank. Nice. Coming back through center, take your time as you inhale with the heels lifted. Exhale, swivel your heels to the left. Drop your left hip down. Feel that stretch through your right side body. Again, option to lift that right hand off the mat, kind of draping your right arm over your right ear. Let's take another full breath in. As you exhale, slowly make your way back through center. Downward facing dog as you take a breath in. With your breath out, gently, gently lower your knees to the mat, passing through tabletop position, and eventually coming to seated on your mat. Beautiful. Both legs stretch out in front of you as you take a moment to give them a little shake. Lovely. Then let's keep that right leg long, bend into your left knee, and open your left hip. Sole of the left foot finds your inner right thigh as you inhale and reach up tall. With your exhale, begin to fold any amount over that right leg. 3 rounds of breath as we stretch here. Breathing in through your nose. Breathing out through your nose or mouth. Hopefully you can feel some of this energy that we've built up in the legs and the lower body here today. Balancing that out with a little bit of stretching here as we end our practice. Beautiful. Now with your next inhale, slowly bring yourself back up, nice tall spine. We're going to shift that left leg so that now your ankle is on top of your right thigh. And then hands come back behind you as you bend into that right knee and plant the sole of your right foot. Feel that stretch through your left hip for a moment here. If the stretch is a little intense, you can move your right foot away from you. If you don't really feel the stretch, you want a little bit more, you can move your right foot closer to you. Beautiful. Let's stay for another full breath in. And complete breath out. Nice. Now starting to move that right foot away from your booty here, planting down through the sole of that right foot. Hands are planted behind your hips. Left leg's gonna stay as it is as you inhale to push up, rise your hips. Little reverse table variation here. Nice, really push through that right leg, hugging in at the low glutes. Take an inhale. With your exhale, slowly lower down to release. You got it. Unwind that left leg. Stretch both legs long. Give them a little shake, a little wiggle. Awesome. Now when you're ready, that left leg this time is going to stay long. Right knee will bend. Opening your right knee wide to bring the sole of your foot to your inner thigh. Rooting through your hips as you inhale to sit a little taller. With your exhale, bow forward over that left thigh. Does not have to be a deep forward bend here to really feel that stretch through the back of the leg. Again, we're here for 3 rounds of breath. Really feeling your body supported here by your yoga mat underneath you. Really finding some steadiness once again to your breath. And let's take another full inhale here. Complete exhale. Inhaling to slowly rise up, come back to seated. Shifting that right ankle to the top of your left thigh, and then bending into your left knee. Hands come back up behind you as we find that stretch for the right hip. Remember, the closer that left foot is to you, the more intense that stretch is going to be for your hip. So you judge where you want to go today, make that choice, and we'll stay for a few breaths. Finding that space in the hips. They've been doing a lot of work today. Let's take another inhale right here. And exhale. Now rooting through that left foot, planting your palms behind you. As best you can, keep your hips square, so in line with one another. As you inhale, push up, lift your hips. Find this reverse table action here. Little squeeze through the booty as you lift. Take another inhale. With your exhale, slowly lower down with control. Take your time. As you come down, unwind your legs. This time, feet step wide. Let's take that windshield wiper action, just like we did at the start of our practice. And maybe notice if anything feels a little bit different than when we started today. Beautifully done. When the time feels right for you, you can bring your legs back together, back to stillness, bringing the legs into your easy seated position. So any seat that feels comfortable for you. Taking just one more moment on the mat here to end our time together. Finding stillness once again in your body, perhaps closing your eyes. Letting yourself once again follow the flow of your breath. This vitality that flows through you, that keeps you energized to do practices just like this. And with gratitude, I thank you so much for meeting me on the mat today. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. Namaste. Be well.